Hello, Eternum, and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news. And this is KOTT's ongoing coverage of the inaugural New World PvP League. Dynamic change in the history of the New World League last night as the criminal members of the Syndicate capture the keep of the resort destination of Ebonscale. KOTT News were on the scene all night and got reaction from the victors after their fight. Congratulations on your victory here in Ebonscale, able to get in the fort at 22 minutes and 2 minutes later put a strong push through Bravo that got it done about a minute later. Would you care to take us through how you felt it went down for you?
Yeah. I was playing more of like a bottom right of point in our backline a bit. From what I could tell, they definitely committed a lot of players to these solo target builds, you know, light and medium like spear players, great swords, builds like that. So I felt like they were trying to fight us off point quite a bit. Looks like we kind of pushed them back well, ended up winning the main ball fight because our point team is really strong, and that ended up taking us to fort.
Indeed. So you're saying quite a few individual skirmishes out there, maybe some schizo builds that were trying to get the individual completions?
Oh yeah, that's what it seemed like.
Well, was there anybody out there who stood out in their performance for you tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Fees, Gov, he's been putting in a lot of work behind the scenes, and we've all been working with a lot of individual players just to, you know, get everybody on par. So big shout out to him for all the work he's been putting in. I think it really shows that it paid off today.
Normally I would ask about ambitions to spread across the island, but taking this momentum into your next fight, are you looking forward to the rest of the season?
Oh yeah, it's been great. Especially since a lot of people thought Criminals was on bottom, you know. We weren't rated very highly in the tier lists. A lot of people said the players we picked up weren't the best, but we've been putting in the work, and I think we're ready to continue showing that we have what it takes to be a top team in ratings. So that's what we're going for.
Earlier in the night, a 99% hold by Grab Automail in Restless Shore. We caught up with their excited members after their victory. That fight was got to be one of the craziest ones I've seen so far. You were able to hold them off. They get into the fort at the 9-minute mark. They push you to 99%. Everybody had to come in off a respawn. Tell me, were you poised or panicked out there?
No, we were ready for it. Me and my boy Steel Gun, we nuked the point. We baited it, you know, it was all bait.
I see. Well, baited to 99%. That's some impressive lore you've got there. Anybody out there who you might want to shout out in that moment?
Just my boy Steel Gun. We were playing together. We had a blast.
Did you saw like the 0 death fire stat?
Oh, is that true? No deaths for you tonight, May?
Yeah, 20-0. Just gonna point it out, like just pointing over there. Yeah, that's me.
That's you. Checking it out on the war board.
You better look at it because it was fantastic. It was fantastic.
Dilemma, do you want to say a couple words about the fight tonight?
Yeah, they lost to a Void Blade. It's kind of embarrassing. It's a pretty bad weapon. I don't even know how that happens, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm sure they're looking over their VODs right now to figure out what went wrong for them. But can you take us back to that moment where you got them, or they got you to 99% and you were able to push them back?
Yeah, I just like pressed all my buttons at once and then the point just died. And I think everyone else did that, and that's how it happened.
Well, that's some pretty high-level strategy there, once again, from the members of the Syndicate.
I'm just saying, come on top! Come on top!
The first official flute of the season comes into play in Monarchs Bluff, and KOTT News were there to get the Guangzhou's perspective. Well, hey, let me congratulate you on your victory here on the Monarchs Bluff, able to contain them to only 2 captures out there. That gives you 4 to their 1. How do you feel it went out there?
Well, John, you know, I'd love to say it was a great war from both sides. You know, I don't think anybody expected Mexico to bring us down to 1 point, but they did it. They came out and they brought the squad. It was a good war all in all. I think everybody had a good time. Everybody played pretty well.
How does it feel to have less deaths or more deaths than me, Andrew? What's the deal?
Sorry, we're interviewing here. Get out of your game.
Little post-game trash talk from the opponent who seemed to suffer from mental fatigue from about the 10-minute point on. Any comment on how they were able to perform from that point on?
Well, John, I'm glad you asked because, you know, as soon as they took B, you know, I think the call was, you know, focus the f*** up. You might have to bleep that. But I believe that was the call, and, you know, that's just what we did as a group, you know. We just decided to focus up all as one big 50-man ball, and, you know, that's just how she went.
Yep. So coming down to the 50-50, looking dominant out there, was there anybody on your squad whom you'd like to shout out tonight?
I want to give a shout out to everybody in my group, CZK. I only healed CZK because he was going into every clump. Shout out to everybody, basically. I mean, it was a really fun time. Curve, peeling for me amazingly. My other bruiser, sorry, I'm bad with names. Xantanashi, my goat.
2 more lineups for Simulated Fantasy Combat Resolution tonight, brought to you by LARPco. Remember, if it isn't LARPco, it's cardboard. First up, the Caribbean Covenant members of Cancun assault the vault of the Syndicate criminals, attempting to steal away the financial capital of Windsward. Cancun, coming off their 3-2 hold against Joe Team 6 2 nights ago, switch gears and turn their attention to offense as they prepare to take a crack at the island's central keep. But criminals are coming off the nightcap victory in Ebonscale against that same Joe team last night, and given the 2 outcomes, feel prepared to defend their keep tonight. Then, the Marauders of Audacity challenge the Zealots of Espada for their Multiverse Championship title and the right to rule over Everfall. Audacity may have tipped their hand when defending Morningdale 2 nights ago, so tonight they may come out more aggressively rather than attempting any rope-a-dopes. Watching the grit of the first night's fight may have inspired caution in Espada, already resolute in their objectives. Now they'll be especially focused on ensuring they never fall. We'll have any late-breaking outcomes and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.